beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Tales podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja, back again with another amazing episode for all of you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so that we can reach out to more people and other people can also benefit from the episode. This is the part 2 of the episode which has come previously last week. So if you haven't heard that episode, please go and refer to that episode. I hope once you do that, you will find more value and you will have better clarity. But you can listen to this individually also. So we have spoken about the comparison, insecurities and a lot of other things in that episode. And I was just telling you it's not always that things are easy. Nothing comes easy. And the more I'm taking action, the more I'm working upon certain things, I'm realizing the saying is actually true. And I have if I tell you about myself, I used to wonder at times what the hard work is about, what is this and that. Sometimes I'm just astonished and wowed about a lot of things. Because what I have realized during this time is accept situation for what it is. There was a time or a phase, I would say, where life was actually little bit slow pace, where things were going little slower. I was resting more, I was recovering, and so many things were happening. And all of a sudden, I have seen I'm so much on the go. I don't even get at times time to process certain things. I'm extremely exhausted. I'm just going with the flow at times, on the go. I'm just where I'm needed. That's what the current life is about. But let me tell you something interesting over here. When I used to see people who are working so much, who are doing this and that, I just used to feel like, oh my god, this is so much, I can't do this. How can other people be so much on the go, and how can they perform so much? But lately I realized when situation demands you just have to give your 100%. There is no other way about it. And you will also not come to know what your limitations are, how much you can push, until and unless you don't try. At times I'm seriously surprised seeing myself going here, going there, showing up on site, doing this and that. I just wonder at times Ankita, I'm seriously amazed the way you are dealing with certain things. And I'm not saying this to praise myself, but I'm taking myself as an example. We underestimate ourselves, how much we can do at what we can do. We come across at times this is not something that you can do. And sadly, the thing is, I'm literally laughing. There is a smirky smile I'm giving. But why I'm doing that? Because what I have realized is, when someone tells us that I don't think you can do this, I don't think this is for you, sadly we start accepting those narratives about ourselves. They might be true or might not be true. How can someone know that how much they can perform until and unless they have not pushed their boundaries and bars? And this you will only realize when you actually push yourself a little bit. Yes, this is little bit of a challenge, but until and unless you don't do it, you will not know whether you can do it or not. And I think that's the only difference. As I was talking with all of you, we compare ourselves with others. But again, if you are comparing, then also compare by seeing what that other person is actually doing that is working for them. Maybe they are pushing themselves. They are just pushing their limitations and they are pushing what they can do and what they can't do. See, even my voice is breaking, so you can just understand the level of tiredness I am into at the moment. But I'm just pushing myself. And best way to actually tell someone what to do is by doing it. I think when I'm so pumped up and charged up and when I'm talking to you, you might not be able to relate to me. When I'm actually in one of the situation where my back is hurting, my bone is hurting, and I'm still doing this. I was seriously in a place where I was I just don't want to talk to anyone. But I actually gained that momentum. I charged myself. I took shower. I was just listening to some spiritual music to uplift myself so that I can come. And I was also listening to Hanuman Chalisa. And if you go and listen, there is something beautiful about it which just gives you that immense strength that just helps you to push and perform. I was literally listening to Hanuman Chalisa to get that energy. I just, once I finished that, I was like, okay, Ankita, let's go and do this, because I was like, I'm seriously tired, I don't want to do it, but I did not had option to not do it. So I just pushed myself. I took help from certain things by doing certain things to gain that energy. Okay, let me tell you something. When we are so tired, we are just drained, and when we eat some food, we just get that energy back. Sometime I feel like also getting that mental energy is similar to getting that energy which we get from food. So for mental energy, it can be different for everyone. For me, I feel like spiritual songs works, connecting to God, that divine universe always works for me. So just see what works for you and just experiment with it. That what we all need. And I also feel that be more compassionate with yourself, have more kindness, because sometimes we are so kind with others, we tell them kind words, telling like don't be so harsh on yourself and other positive things. But when it comes to us, are we our biggest cheerleader? I often say over here, like, be your biggest cheerleader, because you will see that when this kind of situation is there, you only have to motivate yourself. No one actually comes to motivate you, and even if they do, if you're not having that internal motivation, you will not go and perform. If there was an internal motivation at the moment inside of me, I would not have been doing this thing what I'm doing. The reason I am able to record this podcast and this episode is because I have gained that motivation internally. I haven't gone and seeked out that motivation outside. I was telling myself certain things like, Ankita, you have to do it. You can do it. Just push yourself a bit. And that's the reason I'm able to do. And if you are so dependent on other people, always to have that high, then only you will perform. I'll feel like you might have to wait long enough to get that momentum and motivation. And most of the time I have seen and observed, especially in this journey, because I have realized doing this podcast and videos for almost 2 years now, that this is not an easy job. When you see content out there, when you just see video, I'm not just talking about myself over here, any creator over there, this is just like any other job or business that someone does. You might think that this is just 10-15 minutes of videos, but it takes a lot than that 10-15 minutes that you see out there. There is lot of internal strength and lot that goes into any podcast and video. So I think even I used to feel like, okay, this is just this and that, but I know as I'm doing this thing that it is also a different kind of work. It consumes you a lot at times. You just have to show up no matter what is happening. Okay, let me tell you a funny thing. Like if you're sick, you can just take that sick leave somehow. But I feel as you are the creator, there is no sick leaves for you. You just have to go and do at times. Otherwise, video or podcast won't be there. If you are not going in job, maybe some other person will be there to take care. But as a creator, I'm just sharing my understanding over here about this. If you're a creator and if you don't show up, who will record the podcast and who will do that on your behalf? And the reason I'm telling you this thing is, everything out there that you see as an effortless things, maybe whatever you are doing, I might feel like effortless, but you know what it actually takes. So find something which you can do even if you don't feel like doing. Go and listen this line again, because I think that's where your purpose lies. We just often say like, what is my purpose, what is this and that, because again I'm saying this is becoming a very buzzword. Not just now, I'm seeing this since couple of years, because I have also been in this place where I was like, what's my purpose, what is this and that. But I am realizing like, in life it is said that there is nothing more than karma, and karma is nothing but an action. If you just break down the karma is about action. So as long as you're taking action, how does it matter that you know what is your purpose or you don't know? All these are mind traps. It just keeps you stuck and don't allow you to take action. And I can say this because I was also once in this place where I was like, I just want to work on my purpose, I just want to do this, I just want to do that. But I realized like life doesn't go that way. You just have to take action what is just in front of you. You just can't be sitting idle and thinking like, one day your purpose will be shown and you will just fulfill those purpose. Life doesn't go that way. So just start taking action and do the things that really calls you. I'm feeling like I'm so high with the I will not cut this part because I'm actually experiencing this energy. But I'm so high in words that I'm just talking what is coming from my heart. I started this conversation by telling you about insecurities, about comparing ourselves, and see, we are discussing purpose over here. That what happened when you just let your words flow and you just become a channeler. And most of the time I just do that. I let word flow through me. I just let that consciousness, that higher power just flow through me, and I just surrender and tell like I'm just a medium. Whatever needs to come through me, I just surrender and let it come through me. And this is where the magic happens. So I feel like don't block anything, let everything come as it is coming and let everything go that is going, because nothing is in your control. The only thing that you can control is to take action. If you're taking action, and that also I'm talking about action, not result, because that will be never in your hand. That you cannot control, but you can always push yourself and take action. So on concluding note, I just want to say you just give your best and leave the rest. Don't be so attached to outcome. If it's meant to, it will come. If not, something best is on its way. Just know that. And just be motivated by yourself. Don't wait for any external motivation. No one is going to come and save you. Save yourself, be there for yourself, and love yourself. That's what I want to leave this episode with. This was such an interesting episode. And if you have stayed till end, please drop me a message and let me know what do you think about this episode and the previous episode. I'm looking forward to read your comment. So please comment and let me know. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us to reach more people and it means a world to me. I'm looking forward to connect with all of you in my next episode. Sending you lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.